Okay. Hey everyone, it's Shay Seeking, and I'm back. So again, I know I told you guys I was supposed to be going on a trip or whatever, right? So I'm just kind of bored right now, and I'm waiting for somebody to come and pick me up. So I just wanted to tell y'all about how I didn't go on my trip, and how I ended up somewhere I thought I would never actually be again. And so anyhow, I was supposed to be gone yesterday, right? Because I'm going to meet my sister, but I was going to be there a day before she was. Um, but since I missed my flight and we live a little bit of a distance apart from each other, and she's closer to the airport, I decided to just stay at her house, get dropped off at her house so that we can just go the next day to the airport together. Well, I woke up, I think I went to bed feeling like I'm just going, I'm just going to go ahead and go. But then I don't know, at some point in time, it changed. It kept shifting. And then I woke up this morning with like just a dull feeling like, I didn't make a good decision. I didn't make a bad decision. It's just, it is what it is. I'll see if I still want to go, once we get closer to the time. And then I went for a walk. I had to go for a walk to go pick up some things. And something just hit me like, ugh. And then, and the funniest thing is too that I don't get that many phone calls, but for some reason, all the people that are closest to me call me. They wind up calling me yesterday. And, I just pay attention to details, little tiny details about everything, y'all. And so, it was just kind of strange that everybody had been calling me. So I took that into consideration. um, and this is for the people that saw the video, like I said, that I was going out of town and I felt uncomfortable about flying all of a sudden. And again, I was asking myself, is this because of, because people haven't been as excited about traveling since this whole thing has happened that much lately? Or it just seems awkward because it's so different. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And then that I have been getting some negative feelings about going. And I still can't figure out if it's the destination, if it's the flight, if it's me. I just don't know what it is. But anyhow, this is just a random ranting video, as you can see. And then also other signs and things I've been seeing or paying attention to have to do with the place. So again, I rescheduled my ticket or whatever, and it just so happens that since my sister was leaving out, I couldn't still stay at her house. So I ended up getting a hotel, and right now I realized from the picture that this was the hotel, but I couldn't really. It looked so different on the inside, and I really didn't want to stay anywhere else. So I went ahead and still got the room. But now that I'm here, I feel like I can't sleep here. Nah, I can't. Okay. Oh, and just because I haven't told you guys yet where I'm at the Crowne Plaza in Rosemont. So, yeah, I got somebody coming to pick me up. I try to be big and bad, and I'm like, you just spent a lot of money on this room, but I just can't. I can't stay here. So, I just want to tell y'all about, I guess how it felt in a dream that I had while I have been here. When I got here, I ended up taking probably a couple hours after I got in. I ended up taking a nap, and I'm gonna tell you guys about what happened in that nap. Anyways, and I get here, right? So I come up and get my stuff ready, taking everything out or whatever. I'm still feeling a little bit uneasy. After about 45 minutes, I went back outside to go stand outside for a bit. But on my way out, like, I'd be paying attention to stuff too much. So I get on the elevator, right? And there's really not that many people around. And it's on the top floor. And I can tell, like, from the pictures of everything that we did. And again, I have a video that I did back, like, the whole thing with that girl. I don't really want to mention the name right now. Y'all know who it was. With that young lady. I had done a video on that back then, and it's still on this channel, I think. And that was like one of the videos that had the most views ever on this channel, I think. But from me doing research on that, we'll say that, me digging deep into that, it just seems like this is like, if it's not this floor, it's the one right below it. And if it's not, and it just seemed like this is on the same side. But again, they may have redone the rooms. I know that they did because I stayed here for my birthday a couple years back, a long time ago, like 10, 15 years ago, whatever. And it looked different then. And it don't look like it looked in that the video either. So like I said, it might just be because this is one of the other suites, and that might not have been one like this. But like, I'm just getting all kind of vibes up in here. It just feels so not good. And so I'm just like, I'm standing here watching the door, but behind me is like, let me see if I can show y'all. I hope ain't nothing embarrassing in my suitcase that y'all gonna be able to see. Ooh, hold on. It's like every single noise. Okay, we'll show you this one in this room since it's a little bit cleaner, right? You see that? Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, can you see it? Look at that. Hold on. Oh, stop. Okay, there we go. Look. You see this big ass vent? Do you see? You see? Now, it looked like it's drilled in, right? Hold on. I mean, I'm bored. We might as well do something while we're here. Now, look at this one. You see how loose it is? Look at that. Wait, can you see? Look. It's all bent up and loose and off away from the wall. And you see the screws? Now, this screw was loose. Well, the screws was loose. But they was on there. But when I wanted to know what was going on, why it was loose, I kind of peeled it back a little bit. And yeah, it's just a big space. It's just a big space. And I don't know, I just don't like it. I'm just like, no, because I think that if it wasn't for, and I don't know why I'm whispering, but I am. I think if it wasn't for the experience that I had when I took that nap, I probably could have chalked it up. And if it wasn't for the fact that when I went on the elevator and I hit the lower level, when I hit the star level, which would be just, I guess, the main level button, the elevator went down and the door didn't open. It didn't open. And I was just sitting there for a second. I'm like, hold on, I put the thing in there. What's going on? Where we at? And then I think I might have accidentally hit the lower level, right? And I'm like, oh no. Sorry. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, just don't nothing open up behind me, because I do not like elevators that have the door behind you and in front. Ever since the whole Kanika thing, I don't like it. And when I'm in the elevator, and ever since then, I don't like when you push buttons and things don't actually go the way they're supposed to. Because I promised that I was like in lingo for a second when I hit that button and the door did not open. And so I started hitting anything and I went to like 6. It stopped at 6. Um, and when I think when I went to 6, I said, okay, forget it. I don't want to do nothing with the LL or the L. I'm like, I don't want to do nothing with the LL or the L. So I'm like, okay, let me just go to floor number 2. I'll take the stairs down to the rest and then leave. So I took 2, and when I went down the stairs, I just got this feeling. Ooh, and listen, it just was a feeling. It just was a feeling that I didn't like. And it was one of the hallways. It looked so much like one of the hallways that I remember. One of the hallways that lead out to that dock. I don't know if a lot of people followed that back then, and everybody was doing videos, but it was that skinny little doorway, hallway kind of thing. And when I went around there, and I just got this feeling, and there was a door, and I just went back. I just went back to 2. Luckily, when we get back up there, when I get back up there, there's a family that's going downstairs, which also kind of just reminded me of the people that was going swimming. Yeah, and I asked them, I'm like, which one? Which one is which one is the main floor, like the lobby? And they were like, yeah, you need to take, it's the guy said, yeah, it's the L with the star next to it. I'm like, okay, that's what I thought, because nothing happened and he was like, the LL is the lower level, like where the conference room and shit. He didn't say that word. He said where the conference something. And when he said it, it's just like something just went in my chest, like, look, I can't stay here. I can't. But the airport is right here, so a lot of noise is coming from the airplanes. And, I probably just think it's something else, but yeah. So, I get back in the elevator and I'm thinking like, and they're like, oh no, that's okay, you can go. And I'm thinking like, but no, I wanted to go with y'all. Because they were a big family, right? And I'm thinking like, they were trying to be courteous and nice and everything and just let me go. And probably because I didn't have a mask on either. They probably just was letting me go before them. But I was thinking like, no, I want to go with somebody. But I went back in the elevator, went outside, did what I did, came back in. I said, since I won't be like playing around and leaving out the room and everything, it's okay. I'll just stay here until tomorrow and then I'll just get on my flight or whatever. And till I saw the vents. When I saw the vents and when I came out to go downstairs, the first time, I looked down the hallway and I do not forget faces that much, right? And just demeanor, body type, when it's something that I took so much time, I used to just go back and forth with that whole case thing when it came to this, that happened here. And one of the people that was in that video, the short Hispanic gentleman that was in the video, and and I'm just using that just because a lot of people will already make reference to who it was. As soon as I come out the room, I'm going down to the elevator. He's at the end of the hallway. And he just shot around the corner. Now, I'm not saying he was being sneaky or anything. I'm just saying it just so happens coincidentally in the way that I see and think that I just seen his body just, he was standing there and he kind of just, disappeared around the corner. And I was just like, ooh, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that either. So, and this is not for nothing. I'm just telling y'all, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I'm just saying how I feel. I'm just telling you guys how I'm feeling, how I initially felt with the whole thing. And yeah, I'm sitting here looking at the door until my ride get here. But, yeah, I thought I could be a big girl. I thought I could be a big girl, but I don't think I can. If it wasn't for the vents. If it wasn't for the vents, I'd have stayed. But this seemed like the same side. I'm just getting all kind of feelings here. I fell asleep, right? When I get here, probably like an hour or something later, 2 hours. I don't know, I was tired. I fell asleep. 2 dreams. 2. One, somebody. Now, again, if you have children, they probably shouldn't be here to listen to this, but I'm just going to speak on it just because, again, we're just talking. And I don't have anyone else to really talk to about these kind of things. And so I talk to you guys too, because in case anyone else is experiencing these things during their lifetime or awakening or whatever, and they don't have anybody to talk to. So I'm just doing it. And sometimes in my spare time because I talk. And so anyhow, I'll just tell you without being too, going too far into it. The dreams happen at 2 separate times during the same, nap or whatever. But I was laying, because I fell asleep kind of like on my stomach, sideways on the bed. And so again, when I woke up from the nap, even now, and after it happened, I'll just tell you this, after the dreams happened, I just got up, shook it off. By the time I actually, and it kind of like I was asleep, but not like, I don't know, what do you call it? The whatever, I can't remember when you have these sleeps in different realm of sleep, in realm sleep, I mean, but whatever. There's like these kind of hallucinations or whatever. So I'll just tell you, okay, because I did a video around that time on something that I saw and caught in one of the videos with the young lady. The dream was like somebody was like on me. I'll just say that. And again, this is something we can talk about, I would think. You have spiritual warfare, you have, people that are waking up to certain, gifts and things that they have, and they're dealing with these things or whatever. So, we're just going to say it like that. Different types of spiritual attacks and things like that. So, yeah, so we'll just say it like that. And I was able to, with the first person that was in that vision dream thingy was just like somebody that was just doing something inappropriate, like thrusting up or whatever. This is probably not even a video I should do. This is so like away from what I normally do. But again, I'm just wanting to connect with others. I know that in this community, we must have some of our soul siblings that are waking up and realizing certain things, and getting more in tune with certain things again that we would necessarily know exactly how to do, what's going on, how to read these things. But since we have not been able to keep our customs and culture, a lot of the stuff is getting sprung up on us, with us not having the necessary tools in order to protect ourselves, even be comfortable speaking to other people about these things. So, where it would have maybe been embraced in your culture at some point in time, nowadays, you will more than likely be the black sheep of the family that will be shunned, or judged or looked at differently if these things are occurring with you. Because again, everybody has that religious outlook, notion, or perception of what religion, is. And if it goes against that man-made, materialistic, dogmatic approach that religion has placed on the people around the world, then you, again, will be probably looked at as if you could be the problem, when really it's the ignorance of all the people that are following man's materialistic world and his ways. And I won't just say a man, it's just, excuse me, that came from nowhere. I would just say people in general these days, modern day society. But I'll just tell you that I will just keep it simple as to what I'm saying. First dream was someone that was pressing their pelvic area against my rear end area. I might have to. This is as basic as I can make it. And I'm trying to tell y'all, okay? Pressing. And me kind of like shooing away, pushing away, but kind of felt like groggy or whatever. And this could be something that happened that could be a little bit stranger than, but, I don't know. It was just like a blur. The second time, it was forceful. The second portion of the dream, which could have been the same dream, just some time later, or the same vision, just time later, but at the same time, do you see what I'm saying? Within minutes or something. Or else like waking up or being, something and then coming back to the dream. It was more violent. I'll just say that. It was more violent, and it was just more violent and more graphic. We'll just use those terms. And it actually got to the point where there was a struggle, and watch me doing all this whole video. I'm not even gonna post it. There was a struggle and a path of it, and scratching, you know how someone would be trying to hold on to something so that they cannot be pulled. And this time this led to being pulled out of the room against the person's will. Now, in the dream, I cannot tell if it is me. It's almost like there's just a torso from the chest down. The face, is blurry. It's just real blurry around the face. But it was vigorous, and it was violent, and that woke me up right before crossing the threshold of the door. So I did those videos, and I, said things that I said about it. Um, you know, parts of it thinking it happened, but then they turned it into a spectacle. Some of the stuff was a spectacle, but somebody really did get hurt. Da, 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 da. However, we were breaking it down. It was so long ago, I can't remember. And I normally don't go back to watch those videos. But after I had that dream today, in this whole situation today, I don't know. I think that something did happen here. Don't think it's the first or the last. And the thing is, I couldn't believe that I ended up here again. And maybe part of me was led to, I don't know. Maybe part of me was led to do it because there was other places I could have chosen near the airport, but I chose here for some reason, you know? So, I don't know. But no, I definitely feel like yes. Yes. Something happened. And so, I hope that wasn't too graphic. I hope it wasn't too, but again, I come to you guys and I just share information. We can always share information, knowledge, all these other things or whatever. But, if we don't share some of the things, again, I'm somebody that's going to speak on something, if I think that it's going to help somebody. And I think that a lot of our women are coming into themselves, their powers, their ways, relearning things, remembering things.